Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this live stream. And you know the story. I never know when I'm going to do these. Well, at least 99.9% of the time, I don't know when I'm going to do them. Oh man, woo! It's a beautiful day out there. The wind's blowing. It's a little chilly. Let's see how cold it is. Well, it says 45, and but with the wind chill factor, it's a little colder than that. It feels a lot colder than that. I just wanted to stop on by and say hello. I have a few to chill out and see what's going on with all of you down below. In the live stream, let me know what's been going on with all of you, and what's new, what's old, what are you using to watch this live stream with. I won't be able to check out any of the feedback until I actually park. I'm gonna head to Best Buy and just check out some stuff there using the Google Pixel 4 XL to do this live stream. So let me know how everything looks, how everything sounds. I do have hotspot on, so I can actually use my iPhone 11 as well. Let me know if that's interrupting the video quality or the audio quality. Of course, I can't find that out for many of you because, well, I can't read the feedback as of yet. So I guess I'll find out when I pull over. Have any of you picked up the Google Pixel 4 or 4 XL? Any of you? Let me know. Having a lot of fun with my 4 XL. I know that, in my opinion, the biggest, I wouldn't say the biggest negative, but it's got to be right up there. I just don't think it's worth what they're asking for. For me, you know, I was able to utilize some of the money that I made from selling my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus and what I made from YouTube, what I, you know, ended up bringing in on this last payment. And also, a while back, I had a buy one, get one free LG, I think it was my LG G7 and my LG V30. So I bought one outright and got another one for free. The money I made from selling that device was extra money, and that actually went into buying the Google Pixel 4 XL. So at the end of the day, I didn't pay a lot out of my pocket. In fact, it was a huge benefit for me in the way everything worked out. And I'm always trying to figure out ways, positive ways that I can make my money work for me. And it really worked for me this time around. And I still have extra money. I always have a certain amount put away for other smartphones. And I don't buy every smartphone. I really try to be wise about what I bring in. But for me, yeah, it was worth it. But if you're just going to spend the 900 smacks on a 4XL, for what you're getting, I just don't think it's worth it. It should have been about $100 less. $100 less for what you're getting and what you're not getting. I think really that's where Google really would have won this year, especially with not having that ultra wide shooter on the back. There's no fingerprint reader for some of you that want that. The headphone jack, well, that is what it is. You know, whether you utilize 4K 60 frames per second, and you know, us YouTubers, we look at all the details, right? Some of those details don't bother us, and some of those details do bother us. And for me, in my opinion, $100 less, even 50 would have been nice. Then at least in its own right, you don't start comparing it to other devices that it should have been taking on head to head, like the iPhone 11 Well, the iPhone 11, man, the one with the two cameras, the ultra wide and regular wide, for 700 smacks. I mean, in my opinion, overall, it takes the better pictures. Not every single picture, but most. And video, it definitely wins. And that's $700 without the third camera. So if you really want to challenge the iPhone 11, and I'm not talking about the Pro Max, you got to bring that price point down for what you're getting to at least somewhat have an even comparison. And if you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying? But with that price point for what you're not getting, it just, yeah, it's just, I really feel like Google missed out. They just missed out on this one. I really love the design. I love the form factor. It's sort of like an old school look. It's just plain, but yet at the same time, it's styling in its own way. I dig it. I really do. I also dig my iPhone 11 and the way that was designed. But yeah, I just think that Google missed out. It's a missed opportunity. You lower that price point for what the consumer's going to get on that phone, and now you have a challenger up against the iPhone 11, knowing that they didn't really do much in the video area as well. I'm going to park that way. They should have really. The video's great. The video's great. Hey, don't get me wrong. The video's definitely awesome in its own, as its own device, as itself, as a sole device. But as soon as you put it up against the iPhone 11 in video, stabilization goes to the iPhone 11. The video quality goes to the iPhone 11. And you can utilize 60 frames per second on the front and the back of the iPhone 11. You know what I'm saying? That's where it's uneven. That's why that price point doesn't make sense. It has to come down to at least be able to challenge for what you're not going to get on the Google Pixel 4 or the 4 XL. As far as battery life, man, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what a lot of folks out there are doing on their smartphones, why they're getting really bad battery life. My battery life has been really good. And no, you're not here with me to see exactly what I do on my smartphones, any of my smartphones that go through the reviewing process. But man, I just threw up a video, and I'm going to be honest with you. I watched that video. It's battery life. I mean, just when you watch that video, just watch the portion when I'm talking about the battery life. I don't really like the way I created that video, and I was going to take it down, but I'm leaving it up because there is that important information when it comes to battery life and what I'm getting through my experience and what I'm doing, which is going to be different than what you would do. So you have to look at it in that way, because I know a lot of you use your devices in a whole different way in comparison to how I would use mine. But you get an idea of what it could be like depending on what you're doing. At least you can go, oh, okay, now I know, because I'm playing 3, 4, 5 hours a day. I'm playing games on my Google Pixel 4 XL, and that's why I'm getting crappy battery life. You know what I'm saying? It all really depends on what you're doing, what you're downloading, and how you treat your device, the health of your device, what you might be allowing to be in there that's taken away from the optimization of your smartphone, any smartphones. But battery life for me, I mean, for what I do, and I do a lot, man. I take pictures, I shoot video, I watch a lot of movies, videos, listen to music. I do a lot of editing, and this is all in my own time. Plus for what I do for the channel, I create the content on that smartphone that I'm reviewing, and even when I'm done reviewing whatever smartphone it is, the Google Pixel 4 XL gets no pass. And I'm let me go back to I'm editing. Well, I'm creating, editing, processing, and then it's uploading to all of you to watch. And all of that's going on in the background while I'm still using it. And I'm getting, there was one day it was 4 hours and 14 minutes because I was doing a lot with a 4K video on my own time. Outside of that, I was doing a bunch of stuff, but I still made it through the day without charging it. When any of my smartphones go through the reviewing process with battery life, I don't charge at all unless I need to, unless I'm really going to run out and I need to keep it going. But I didn't charge that day. And if you notice in that video that I put up about battery life, 1 week later, you'll see a 5 hour, over 5 hour, 6 hour, 7 hour. And I have another one right here that I sent over. I sent the images over to my iPhone 11 so you could see. But on this day, I had 14%, 8 hours, 28 minutes. And you can see the graph. Okay. And it was charged. It was fully charged, 17 hours ago. So, yeah, I mean, that's 8 hours and 28 minutes of screen on time. So I'm getting really heavy, about 4.5 to 5, in between real heavy and not heavy. I'm getting 6, 7, and then beyond that. The average 6.5, that's really killer battery life for my Google Pixel 4 XL. I'm a YouTuber, hate saying that, but I'm a content creator. I use these smartphones like you wouldn't even, I mean, I push them. And I'm really happy about my battery life. What is everyone doing out there? I mean, you really got to be like lots of gaming. There might be stuff you're downloading, man, that's killing your battery, throwing off the optimization. You know, you don't have to turn off everything. You want to utilize some of that functionality, or at least try it. I talked about that in that video, and I just uploaded another video talking about Motion Sense, the gestures. I just threw that up there. Please go check out that video and share it. You know, the future of Motion Sense. Those are areas I would have tried out before, but I want to utilize them, and they're on. And I'm getting this kind of battery life. Are you kidding me? It's managing your smartphone, the health of your device, being good to it. You know, again, I don't know what all of these folks out there are doing on their smartphones that they're not getting good battery life, especially on the Google Pixel 4 XL. If you're getting bad battery life, please, after this video is said and done, when it just becomes a video instead of a live stream, leave some feedback in the comment section. Let me know what you're getting in your battery life with your Google Pixel 4 XL, and let me know what you're doing. Because I don't have a clue. I can't judge you on that. I can't. All I know is what I'm getting, and I'm telling you, man, it's thumbs up. Thumbs up. I'm going to go and see if I can get onto the live stream to my iPhone 11 because it's connected, and read the feedback. I appreciate all of you coming. You know, I start these live streams. I don't know when I'm going to actually get to one. And then when I do, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. And then I just start going. I get all excited. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. Let me see what's going on in the live stream. Okay, it's coming up. Okay. All right. I just pulled it up. Uno Nice. Shout out to you, my friend. Thanks for coming on. Gene Michael. 267 Technologies and Traveling. Don Brawl. Android Stud. He says, party people. No partying going on over here, man. Getting too old for that partying. This is my party right here. Are we having a good time? Uno Nice says, getting mixed reviews about the Pixel 4 XL, good and bad. I personally don't plan on upgrading. If for some reason I need another phone, I'll probably get a Note 10 Plus. The good, the bad, the ugly. Okay, whatever. If you can get one and use it, review it for yourself, that's really the only way you're going to find out, because these reviews are mixed. It's a mixed bag right now. But I'll tell you something. If you're seeing any final reviews within the first 2-3 days, please, in my opinion, you can't go on that. You cannot go on that. A final review, you can give a final review based on a long period of time of using the phone. Okay. This device, well, not this one, that device right there, the Google Pixel 4, is still learning me. It's still learning how I use it. And that's a part of why I think it's actually getting better in the battery life area. Even though it never started out bad, it was good, and it's gotten better. It's really, really optimized, and it's doing awesome. Final reviews, you can call them a final review, but it's never really a final review. Maybe you get to the point where you've used it enough, and that's what you mean by that. But hey, 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, something's going to change. And maybe it doesn't. But you'll always be able, you see those reviews where it's 1 year later or 2 years later, is this device still worth it? What's that device doing for you 2 years later that you're making a video to ask if it's still worth it? Because maybe it is, and maybe it isn't. It all depends on if you're just talking about the device or in comparing it to another device, comparing it to the latest and greatest. You're still reviewing it, so there's never really a final review. I think we use those words very lightly. But if you're watching videos where they've only had it for 2-3 days and they're calling it the final review, this is my final review. Well, you know what? That's not a final review. 2-3 days, even a week, isn't long enough to give your final take on any of these smartphones. Now, I know there's some smartphones out there, no matter what you do, you're just not going to get good battery life. But a lot of these devices coming out right now, they should be holding up pretty darn well. Now, I don't know about the Google Pixel 4. That's got a really small battery. But you have to make sure that you're keeping that device well optimized for what it is. Look at what you're downloading. Look at what you're doing. Step back and ask yourself, what is it that I shouldn't do? What is it that I can do better with it? And then once you do all of that and you do your homework and you're still getting bad battery life, then, hey, that is what it is. But you might be surprised. You might be surprised if you take the time to understand what you're using and put a little love into it, it'll give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? All right, 2019 Silver 300s. iPhone 11 is not the phone to compare it to. It's the iPhone 11 Pro Max for the 4XL. Google is not thinking about the iPhone 11. And that's true. That's true. But is it really a really good comparison? Well, yeah, you can compare it. I don't know. 2019 Silver 300s, again, shout out to Jay Will. It's funny you are saying this, LOL. The 3A is better than the iPhone 11 on a bad day, in my opinion. And it's half the cost. That's one thing that I'm hearing out there is that the 3A is probably the better choice. And I almost picked up that device instead of the 4XL. But like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, the money I put into it, it was a given. So it was a no-brainer for me. The screen on the iPhone 11 is garbage. That's what Android Stead says. Well, that's his opinion. In my opinion, I like the screen. But I do respect Android Stead feedback. I respect all the feedback, whether it's in agreement with me or not, because that's the way you are going to see it. We don't always see eye to eye. And some of you might disagree with what I'm talking about right now. That's just the way I see it. Especially if I'm using any smartphone that I'm talking about and throwing out information about. We're going to agree on some things in some areas and some we're not. But I respect that. Pixel 4 is going against the iPhone 11 Pro, not the iPhone 11. iPhones are priced way more than the Pixels. Well, yeah, the other two are. They really are. Don Bro, I picked up a cheap Pixel today. It's clean and smooth and cheap. Oscar Felix. Oscar Felix! What is going on? Good to have you here in the live stream. Android Stud, fake news. Oscar Felix, I'm really digging my Google Pixel 4 XL. I really am. As a solo device, I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm doing my best to learn how to utilize the motion gestures, using the squeeze functionality for the Google Assistant. Yeah, I'm not going to ignore those areas anymore. I'm going to do my best to use them. And if long term it's just not something I'm going to end up really using, I could turn off that functionality. But I'm really putting myself into it this time around more than I ever have on any phone. It's just stuff that I've always treated my experience on any smartphone outside of the reviewing process as an Android, stock Android experience. But I don't want to do that anymore because I feel like as a YouTuber, the content creator here on the channel, it's my obligation to at least try these areas out and share that experience. And that's what I'm doing. And I'm having some fun with it. It's frustrating. Trust me, motion sense doesn't work all the time. It's a hit and miss, man. It's a hit and miss. So, yeah. 2019 Silver 300 says when compare the 3A or the 3A XL next to the iPhone 11, it's a good comparison, and they still cost half the cost. And to me, it's a better phone. Shout out to that. Bernard M. Hi, Android Stud. I'm waiting to do my 30-day review. Well, we're waiting for it too. 267. Technologies and traveling facts. Silver 2019 Silver 300. That's a lot to say. You would have been really happy with the 3A or the 3XL for sure. And I probably would have. Like I said, if it would have come down to where I didn't have the extra money in the way I got it, I probably would have gone the 3A XL. That's the route I would have gone. I mean, price-wise, it's a no-brainer. You're right. You are totally right. Android Stud, the iPhone 11 screen compared to the big boy iPhone. You see that? Well, sure, man. Your LCD OLED. Yeah, I agree. The OLED display on my Google Pixel 4 XL is amazing. But I'm just talking about solo device. In comparison, you're right, 100%. But as a solo device, I am not at all dissatisfied with this LCD panel. It's a really well-made panel, and I enjoy it. So that's how I'm looking at it as a solo device. I really try to give what any smartphone that I review their own as far as what they are, away from the comparison aspect of everything, if that makes sense. Okay, when you start comparing, well, sure, if you're gonna, and some LCD displays are really, really phenomenal, but even still then, when you're going up against like a Samsung display or a OnePlus display, Google Pixel display, yeah, well, this one, I don't know about the previous, on my Google Pixel 2 XL, it was a pretty decent display. The three, I heard had some issues, but I never had that device, so I don't know. But typically OLED is, from a company that really puts a lot into their displays. Yeah, an LCD panel isn't going to override that. But on its own, I like the display. I really do. I really enjoy it. Let's see. 2019 Silver 300s. He says, just so you know, I'm not mad at your opinion. I'm just giving you mine based on my thoughts. You know, I love to debate these things. Hey, no, man. Honestly, that's what I respect. That's what I love about doing this on YouTube, man. From the beginning, I've always, and Jay, you've always been there. You know that I've learned a lot from you and others that I've been connected with. And then I started doing a lot of my own homework. And then I kind of started, bringing in my own thoughts and opinions. And at first, back, when I first started doing live streams, I didn't really want to share a lot of that because I didn't want to rock the boat. But I knew that was unfair to the viewer because then I wasn't really sharing who I was and what I thought. And that's what you're doing. And I respect that. Any of you that have your own opinions and what you're sharing, man, I don't take that personal. I respect that more than anything because I finally got to the point where that's what I'm doing. I'm speaking truth for myself and what I believe and what my thoughts are. And yeah, it would be very boring if we didn't disagree. If we saw everything the same way, you know, I've been married to my wife for 22, 23 years. And trust me, we don't see everything eye to eye. We don't believe everything the same way. But there's a lot about her that makes me more of who I am and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? And we've come to an understanding. It's not about wrong or right. We agree to disagree. But some of those areas give us a lot to talk about. Man, totally digging what I'm seeing here. Oscar Felix says, I'm thinking about buying it. Been watching your videos lately, enjoying your content. Thank you so much for watching, man. You're in the background, huh? It's good to hear from you, Oscar. 2019 December 300s. Oh, yeah, I must say, my video was recorded long before you posted this stream. So when you see it, don't think I was talking about you, sir. LOL. All right, I'll check it out. It's coming out tonight, by the way. Sweet. Andrew said that's my point. Exactly. The display on the Pixel 4 is phenomenal. It is. Android says, yes, it is. And Android said, thumbs up. So that's everything right now as far as what's here on the live stream. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, so either way, at the end of the day, I'm having a lot of fun. It was a good purchase. Who knows, down the road, for the holidays, I may end up with a Pixel 3a XL. I might. But I have three. I mean, I have a few other phones laying around, but I have three go-to phones right now because I sold my Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. But I'm having a lot of fun with my iPhone 11, my Google Pixel 4 XL, and my OnePlus 7 Pro. I have three great devices that I'm able to share with all of you and use on my own time and really just dig deep into them. And they're a lot of fun. And at the end of the day, that's really what it's about. It's about fun, even though we're always going to have our thoughts and opinions on areas we want to talk about and share. And we do that so we can hear the feedback, so we can see the feedback. And man, it's just, I enjoy this part of having a channel. I really do. So yeah, go check out that latest vid, Motion Sense. Yeah, I enjoyed making that video. I don't make a lot of videos where I'm facing the camera and talking. And this one I actually do that. But you know, I wanted to share a little bit about that technology and where it's going and what it's doing, and that I'm not going to hold back. I want to take part in it and utilize it and understand it. And yeah, if I can't just seem to take hold of it, well, then I'll turn it off. But right now, I'm practicing. I'm practicing using these hands over my Google Pixel 4 XL when playing music, when utilizing the alarm. I haven't used it yet when I've received a phone call, because the phone calls that I've been receiving I need to answer. So I have not rejected it. I think you can answer it too. So either way, I'm waiting to do that. But yeah, I think it's only fair that I utilize that functionality. It's there, and then I can share what my thoughts are on that with all of you. So I'm streaming with the Google Pixel 4 XL Android stud. So yeah, let me know, how does everything look? I got hotspot on too. That's how I'm able to read all the feedback on what's going on in this live stream. So does it look good? Does everything sound good? Again, shout out to Oscar Felix, man. I haven't heard from that dude for quite some time. He's here in the live stream. A lot of you come on from time to time, and I appreciate you taking the time to do so. It means a lot that I can just randomly go into a live stream and that a lot of you pop in here and just say what's up. Just saying what's up means everything when it comes to doing this. This is the journey into tech, and wow, it's been quite the journey, Andrew says it looks good, and it's a good signal. Yeah, got T-Mobile going on, and thank you, T-Mobile. And yeah, being able to utilize hotspot at the same time and still get this quality, awesome. I'm using the front. Oh, I guess I can switch it, huh? Yeah, let's switch it. There's the rear. How does that look? Let me know how that looks. It's a beautiful, windy day. Yeah. Nice. Awesome. Switch it back. I know you'd rather look at that than this, but hey, come on now. All right, I'm gonna go into Best Buy and check out some products, and I don't know. I think I'm done for the day. I think I'm done for the year with smartphones. I'm pretty content where I'm at. You'll be seeing some updates down the road, but you never know what's going to come out for the holidays. See, I have to be careful about what I'm saying, because if we see some really good deals or trading deals, yeah, Merry Christmas, right? Yep. All right. With that being said, thanks, Oscar. Have a great rest of your Friday as well. What's for dinner? My wife's going out with her friend. I think my daughter and I are gonna go get some sushi, and we're gonna watch that animation called Nine. Came out quite a few years ago. She's never seen it. So my other boys, they're gonna be doing their own thing. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So everybody have a great day. Have a great evening. God bless you all. Continue having a lot of fun with your tech. Enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Hit that notification bell so you'll hear that little bell go off when I upload a video for you to watch. And share the vids on your social media. Please do that. I would appreciate it. Till my next live stream, till my next video. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for sharing your thoughts and opinions. It means a lot to me. God bless. Peace. I am out. One last look. One last look. Happy weekend. Happy November. Done. All right. I'm out. Peace.